know what I noticed? We spend a lot of our life trying to be cool, right? Even if you're not trying to be accepted, you spend, most of your life trying to be cool. What do I mean? Like, when you're young and you're having fun, you don't really care who's watching. If you're having fun, you're young, you dance, you play, you do whatever, you don't really care who's watching. You like nerdy stuff, you don't really care if people like what you like. You like what you like. You gonna play with what you play with, you gonna play with who you play with, and how y'all play. When you're young, that's what you do. You just don't care. You do you. And somewhere along the way, we allow people to influence our self-perception, how we perceive ourselves. And then we start to compare ourselves to other people. The people who are getting the most attention, the people who are liked by others. Now we want to be liked too. Now we start to care about what we play with, how we look, who we play with, who we tell our imaginations to, and things like that. We start to be careful and cautious, and that careful cautiousness causes us to lose touch with who we really are, who we really came here to be. I firmly believe that, I believe that the foundation of your psychology or your thinking and everything is really formed by the time you're 5. I know Freud came up with it. I know about Freud. I know he was kind of a weird dude and everything like that. But him and Carl Jung, they did, even though they were some weirdos to me, shout out to them or whatever, but they did have some things right in my opinion. And a deeper subject of that, they all went to Africa and other places. That's just the facts. They studied in those places before they could come back and give those theories, and those hypotheses and everything like that. But my point is, don't lose who you are. Because now, as you get older, you start to struggle to be that kid again. You understand? So when we're younger, we don't really care. Then we get to the point that we care again. Then when you get older, you want to get back to that. I don't care who's watching, who's looking. I'm going to have fun. I'm just going to live my life. That type of thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I thought that was really interesting. I wanted to share that today. Don't be afraid to be a child again, or childlike. And during the creative process, where you're trying to create something, it's better to be childlike. And that's why, because your imagination and creativity is uninhibited. You understand? So that's just my word of the day. Listen up.